This is it. Summit of Mount Pinos. That is a pretty good view. All right. Well, good morning. It is 10:44 on December 11th. And today I'm going to be summiting two of California's highest peaks per county. First one is Mount Pinos. I think it's how it's pronounced. There's no accent on the end, but that's my best guess. Oh man. So here's the sign. Mount Pinos summit's only 2 miles away, so that one shouldn't be that bad. And then after that we have Sawmill Mountain, which is the highest peak in Kern County. So that's on the docket today. It's just over 3.5 miles to go one direction all the way to Sawmill Mountain. So it'd be a just over 7-mile round trip today. But yeah, let's get started. So the good thing about this trail is you used to be able to drive all the way up to the peak, which means that all the way up, at least for a significant portion, it should be pretty wide like this, which makes it nice. Also really makes you appreciate dry ground. This snow, I call it that begrudgingly. It's not. It's much more hard packed. It's not slippery. I don't have anything on my feet besides my boots. It's very easy climbing right now. But we'll see if it gets deeper as we go up. There was absolutely nobody else in the humongous parking lot that is at the trailhead. I was getting my gear on. A really decked out looking CHP guy drove up. I thought I did something wrong. I got all self-conscious, thinking that dude was gonna bust me for, I don't know, driving up a closed road or something. But no, he didn't even look at me. He was making sure no one was camping illegally, I'm pretty sure. There's a little campground down at the trailhead as well. I don't think it's open. And it is a lot warmer than the last hike, that's for sure. I'm going to peel off a couple layers, thermals, roll up the pants. Got the pantaloons rocking now. Ooh, I'm sweating. But it's a shorter one. Man, there's not as much snow. So far what you see here is what you get. No changes in terrain or anything or any views yet. We're still in a bit of a forest. But I've heard good things about the view, so I'm excited to see that. Sawmill especially, actually. It's very convenient that these are right next to each other. I am sure that as time goes on and I start knocking more and more of these off the list, there's going to be some very inconvenient drives to some very insignificant hills. In the next few weeks when I go home for the holidays, I'm trying to knock out a bunch while I'm there. at least Sacramento County. The highest peak there is like 500 feet. It's a hill. It's not really, well, it's not a peak, it's not a mountain. But that one will be easy. Also, the thing I like about this is it's a great way to explore like the whole state. I would never have come here otherwise. Even the more insignificant peaks, the drive there is always unique. There's little communities like up near this trailhead. There's a whole incorporated community up here. There's just things you wouldn't expect. So it's very cool. There's some kind of tower up there. I think that might be the peak. We're getting close. I'm just not 100% sure. Man, this is pretty gorgeous. After Baldy, this is a cakewalk. I think Baldy was around somewhere in between 3,000 and 4,000 feet of elevation gain. That was the first video. And I think this one in total with both peaks is like 1,200. So, big difference in terms of the slope of the slope. Much flatter, much nicer. Something else I want to mention. I don't have micro spikes. And this isn't really steep enough or slippery enough for me to want to put on crampons. This is like perfect micro spike terrain. With the crampons on, it would be, they're heavy. Makes each step take a little bit more energy. And I'm not slipping very bad at all. But I would feel a little bit more secure with micro spikes because there have been a few steps where I haven't had full traction. There we go, just gotta spend more money. This is all the gear is an investment, and it's stuff you can use for a very long time if you treat it correctly. So we're about here. Trailhead's up that way. Up there's that little sensor radio something or other. So I'm gonna go up there and check it out because I'm curious. All these fun stuff you can find. So I love about hiking. You never know what you're gonna see, who you're gonna meet. Every time you go up, this is a very unique experience. This is it. This is the peak. Highest point in all Ventura County. Wow. Look at those clouds down there. That's amazing. Wow. I know, Garmin. I'm off the trail. Let's go check this thing out again. If it'll say what it is on this fence. I was just gonna say You come in here, we're gonna shoot on sight. Hello, Mr. Security Camera. I'm just saying hi. Not breaking it. Huh. Microwave. So it's radio. Or no, radio is radio wave. Shit, I have no idea what this is. Range microwave. Interesting. Very tall. Cool stuff. Wow, there's another great view. Those are the Western Sierras, way out in the distance. You can see the snow caps. And they're it's the last thing you can see. The valley right now is just covered in clouds. That is so beautiful. Wow. Alright guys, well I found something pretty cool. So this is Summit Mount Pinos, and this right here is a U.S. Coast Geodesic Survey reference mark. It's dated 1941. So what these marks are used for is when we're creating a model of the Earth for use with GPS or GNSS. We need spots that we can always come back to, that we have a definite position of, and this is one of those spots. So with multiple of these spots, you're able to triangulate other locations that you don't have the definite position of, using a method called interpolation. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, the view's pretty cool. Well, this is it. Summit of Mount Pinos. That is a pretty good view.